Welcome to the Bring Us Back podcast, coming to you here on Christmas Day with a special episode. So, Merry Christmas, everyone. It's starting to feel a lot more like Christmas these days. I see Merry Christmas on department stores. I hear people saying it in public. I have an overall more jolly and holiday spirit, as everyone else seems to have in America. But a few of us aren't getting the best holiday we can get. And that's what this episode is about. I want to dedicate this to the veterans. And I want to speak today about the totally crooked and mismanaged Veterans Administration. Now, I know a lot of people have seen the stories of veteran mistreatment at VAs across America. But the problem is that the news doesn't do a good job of covering these incidents or reporting the actual facts. Like, 22 veterans a day commit suicide, but how much money of the VA's budget is put towards suicide prevention and mental health issues? Or, set that aside, what is the VA's budget? How much annually are they allotted to spend? And I have it here for you. According to the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs, the VA budget is $182 billion. Where the hell is all that money going? I'll tell you where the money's going. The crooks running the department waste billions on statues, plaques, nice office furniture, overlooking a pond in their 1,000 square foot office. Don't believe me? That's fine. I got an example here on some fraud, waste, and abuse at the VA. This is coming to you straight from CNN, talking about the new Denver facility the VA was building last year. The Denver Medical Center's estimated cost nearly doubled to more than $1 billion over the allotted amount of money given. And the delays averaged nearly 3 years at 4 sites. Expended building time by 3 years. And contributing to a total $1.5 billion in cost increases. God, could we have used Trump on those building projects? So the matter was taken to court. And during court proceedings, private contractors, not government contractors, criticized the VA for including expensive, non-health related projects, like I said, within the medical center's design, such as an estimated $82.6 million 3-story glass concourse. A glass concourse that was supposed to overlook and connect different buildings in the facility, which included a zigzag wall to block the sun. $82 million, waste, fraud, and abuse. Right there. There's your proof. They wanted a nice view out of their office. Not enough? Okay, here's some more. Did you know the VA spent $20 million, not billion, $20 million, on costly artwork over a 10-year period? Yes, that's right, I said artwork. Artwork. $20 million on artwork. These thugs spent $280,000 on a 50-foot tall Morse code lettering to honor the blind veterans. Ironic, these vets obviously will never see this. That money could have gone towards health benefits for blind vets. $280,000 worth of procedures could have been done with this money. But it was spent on crap like that. We have no time for this. Like I said, 22 veterans a day are committing suicide. And there are more than 50,000 homeless vets in our streets. So 10% of our homeless population in this country is made up of veterans. Less than 1% of the United States population selflessly join the armed forces. They need to be cherished. Instead, they are literally left for dead. Literally. I have another article here. Vet's body left in shower for 9 hours. I'm not making this up. Seminole, Florida. Staff at a Veterans Affairs hospital in Florida left the body of a veteran in a shower for 9 hours after the veteran died, and proper pickup procedures to the morgue weren't followed. The Tampa Bay Times reported on Sunday that an internal investigation concluded that staff at the Bay Pines VA healthcare system failed to provide appropriate post-mortem care to the veteran's body. The hospital's Administrative Investigation Board ordered retraining for the staff. Was that mental retraining? Hospital spokesman Jason Dengel said hospital officials view what happened as unacceptable but have implemented changes to make sure it doesn't happen. Yeah, next time put him in the bathtub for 9 hours instead of the shower. The body was moved to a hallway in the hospice center and then to the shower room where it was unattended for more than 9 hours. Some hospice staff demonstrated a lack of concern, attention, and respect for the veteran, according to the investigative report. No, that's normal procedure. The investigation also found that staff failed to check a 24-hour nursing report that would indicate whether the death was reported properly. And staff failed to update a nursing organizational chart that hampered efforts to determine who was in charge. Dead bums in the street are getting better care than that veteran. But who cares? Who cares? Not our president. He hasn't done anything in 8 years to reform the VA. Not the media. Not the media, not our president. Nobody in the VA. None of the people that can expose these problems do a damn thing about it. Our government and our president care more about the 109 million Americans on welfare. They can tackle that task, but they do nothing for our veterans. They care more about the 34% and do nothing for the less than 1%. Oh, and here's another. 4 quit after Oklahoma veteran with maggots in wound dies. Fox News. In Talina, Oklahoma, 4 staff members have resigned from a southeastern Oklahoma veterans facility rather than face possibility of getting fired after a resident was found to have maggots in a wound. Oklahoma Department of Veteran Affairs Executive Director Miles Deering said the maggots were discovered while the patient was alive at the facility in Talina. Deering said the maggots were not the cause of death. Oh, no big deal. He didn't die because of those maggots, so who cares? Who cares? Deering said the veteran came to the center with an infection and died of sepsis. The agency said a physician's assistant and 3 nurses, including the director of nursing, resigned after an investigation was conducted. Spokesman Shane Faulkner said all 4 chose to resign before the termination process began. Because they were just so stricken with grief. They couldn't bear to keep their jobs any longer. Ramey Parker identified the late veteran as his father, Owen Reese Patterson, who died on October 3rd at age 73. I have here a quote from the Sun saying during the 21 days he was there, the son pled with medical staff, the senior medical staff, to increase his meds so his bandages could be changed. He said he was met with stonewall for much of that time. Deering said the agency has been considering moving from the nearly 100-year-old facility because fixing the existing building would take millions of dollars. How much? Like $82.6 million spent on a glass concourse? Like that much million? Senator Frank Simpson said the facility was also faced with the inability to find and retain staff. The silent majority, the Trump train, all Donald's pundits did everything to get him elected. They went on TV, they fought for him, they put their name on the line, they stuck their name out there when he said the grab her by the, you know the words. They stood by his side every stretch of the journey. Now, they need to do all they can and put their name out there to fix this mess. This mess right here. I mean, some of these stories, you look at them and you think they can't be real, but they're very real. For those who know me and have talked to me throughout this election cycle, they know that I have been saying this whole time that the next president's most important appointment, besides the Secretary of Defense, is the next head of the VA. I have been preaching this. Our military should be a place for people to join and gain structure, discipline, and then contribute to America, so that once they honorably retire, America can contribute to them with jobs, with the best health care, so we can invest in them and give them the utmost respect. Thank you for tuning in on this Christmas day. This is Bring Us Back. We are liberating the world from liberalism and conserving America with conservatism.